So I know I'm kind of late to making this video of checking out the more of the newer magics that was released maybe like months ago, and I know I made the other video of the first base magic that was released when the game first came out. But we have a couple here that was added in. I think I don't know the exact list. I kind of forget. Either 5 or 6 magic. I think it's 5 magics. If I can remember from the top of my head, there's Shadow, Ice, Make, Tree, the Tree Arc, not Tree Arc, but Great Tree Arc. Is that what it's called? That's not right. I totally forget what it's called. And then there's Light Magic, and then there's LGS, Lightning Dragon Slayer. The only problem I have with that now, you could probably tell me in the comments before I start this, is I haven't tested it out. And it's pretty. I'm too lazy to search it up too, and it's pretty early in the session right here. Just started recording here, but I see my third magic is Fire Dragon Slayer, right? And if I ever do want to play this game again, this magic's usually used to farm NPCs the best. And so like in the older games, I know that you can only have one Dragon Slayer magic, and so I don't really know for sure. I don't have like an actual answer to this, but I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you can only have one in this game as well. I could be wrong. I don't know, but we'll see if I keep spinning my second magic and see if I get it, but I don't think I will. So in this video, if I don't have Lightning Dragon Slayer, then well, oh well, I don't want to um, spend too much, and I don't really want to spin my Fire Dragon Slayer right now. But right, so we will try to get the other 4 magics, unless there's 5, I forget. Like I said, we'll see. I'll just read the spins and let's start. So our first magic to test out or check out, I mean I've already seen them already, but there's a Shadow Magic of course, so let's check out or equip it all. So we got Shadow Knuckle, Shadow Pull, Shadow Cocoon, Shadow Blink, and Shadow Orochi. So it's pretty simple stuff. With Shadow Knuckle, it's just a basic punch here, or basic projectile that does a decent amount of damage. I mean, I'm level 216, but of course, usually when it's this fast, depending on the speed of the cooldown, that's how much damage it'll do. Except if you can spam it, it should do less, because you can shoot more, but if you shoot one like this, it should do a little bit more. Anyways, next to our Shadow Pull, it's a pretty small range here, but we can just see right there. Kind of missed already, but I don't know if I can actually reach from here. I don't actually know if it works with NPCs. No, it doesn't. It's just because any type of stun or displacement, like if you use like a gravity black hole or rise or fall, it will not affect NPCs, or water lock on NPCs. It will just damage them. It won't actually do it. But you could just imagine if I hit this person or anyone. This is a pretty small server, but I don't really attack other people. But it will pull them towards me. Anyways, so let's kill this guy first, and then we got Shadow Cocoon. Now Shadow Cocoon is basically like, well, the water. I forget the other one, the water dome or whatever, where it blocks projectiles. That's not a projectile. That is not a projectile. Why it's doing that. Spamming that one move. Like that. It's the exact same move right there, but it just blocks projectiles. You're getting shot. Getting pretty unlucky though with the RNG on this NPC here. The timing's horrible. Shoot me, come on. Shoot me when I'm doing it. Okay, it just stopped attacking me. Alright, we're wasting time, So next we have Shadow Blink, which slowly, teleport to, it's not a far distance or short distance, but if they're in the range of where you land, so if I just go on top of them, it will just do damage by itself. So it's pretty good. It's good to add some mobility to your builds. So like, if you click in from here, That's how far we can go. Not that far, but it does add an advantage when you can actually dodge some attacks. It does make you stand still um, when you're starting it, but it does make you invisible, so you can like be walking in this direction, but then like click here, maybe they'll think you're going forward kind of thing. So there's that. And last we have Shadow Orochi. Shadow Orochi is interesting. It just shoots balls and that's it. I don't know. It's interesting. It does decent amount of damage. It does AoE damage as well. Of course, it's an ultimate spell or magic or move, I'm trying to say. But the distance is pretty meh. I mean, you have to really walk up to them. So, like I said, it does try to auto aim, but sometimes, of course, it's just like a move where like, okay, so if you're near somebody, yeah, it's pretty simple to get on to them, but I guess the main thing you can do is use Shadow Rochi and then blink onto them to get closer. Of course, when you have multiple magics, you can do some other combos with it, but right now it's, I'm just using one magic. But anyways, we'll try to get another magic there. Hopefully those help. I don't know. It's Shadow Rochi. It's just like, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that is all the magic moves for Shadow. So let us go to the next one. Alright, so our next magic we're looking at, or taking a look at, is Light Magic, which is the most recent one that came out. So let us check it out. So first, let's check out its moves. So we have Light Orb, Light Flash, Rain of Light, Giant's Wrath, and Judgment. Light Orb, of course, was from the first one, or from the last game, and then also Giant's Wrath was also from the last one, and that one was the ultimate ability. I could be wrong, I forget, but it was the one where it was like Storm Mail. But anyways, let us equip it all and check it out. So of course, mostly the first moves for every magic is pretty similar to each other. They just shoot a projectile. Seems like the light one can actually go pretty far compared to others. I could be wrong, but you can see right here, they go pretty far. They do the same amount of damage as Shadow Knuckle, so and it kind of shoots at the same like cooldown whenever it hits a PC or anyone. But it's alright. It's pretty small, but it's pretty easy to spot out just because it has a light particle effect on it. Anyways, next we have Light Flash, similar to Shadow Blink. Instead, it's a little bit more fancy looking. So instead, it'll teleport you wherever you click, of course, but it only does damage to where you land. So even with all this particle effects, that like, oh yeah, it looks pretty cool, but it only damages from when you teleport wherever you land. So if you look here, I'm gonna go to this wizard, boom, that's the only damage to that. If you want, you can just do like on the same spot, and it'll do damage there. It'd be pretty cool if how far you go, the more damage it does, but because you could just do this, right, and just hit the floor, hit the person. It's pretty easy damage. So there's that, I guess. But yeah, so you could see right here, if I just go over him, I do no damage to him because it's not landing on him. So I'll do it again, boop, and nope, nothing. So, and it's a little bit lag there, and it's fine. Alright, next we have Rain of Light. It's pretty cool. If you just click, it just shoots one laser beam, but if you hold it down, it spawns multiple of these orbs of light, and then one by one, it will shoot these beam of lights. Now we can just sort right here. It has an okay range. I just want to get too close to trigger the wizard here, but it should be good enough. So if you look here, this does a decent amount of damage. We have to hold it down to like actually use it right. But you can move if you want, so you don't have to stand in one spot. So you can do like this, right? Of course, you have to really be aware of where you're aiming. I think it's pretty tough to do when you're moving. Anyways, next we have Giant Wrath. Like I said, it's similar to the one in the last game. It was just almost like Storm Wrath, not Storm Wrath, Storm Mail, where it's just like a damage over time ability, and you just click on it, and you just stand next to your enemy, and it'll take damage over time. It's pretty fun if you have both Storm Mail and this, so you can just like run both of them at the same time. They don't last as long as they used to. They used to drain your mana or energy over time, and it would last almost forever just because if you're high level, you regen more than you take. But other than that, that is Giant Wrath right there. It's not that great though. These are not that great anymore. Next we have the ultimate move, or yeah, which is the last move, which is Judgment. Now it's pretty simple. Um, it's almost like Red Shower, where it just projectiles just fall from the sky. That's it. You know, getting destroyed by this water wizard. Keeps bubbling. Yeah, I was about to do it again, but I waited this time. But it just does this, and there's some decent AoE damage. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't. Maybe in combos, just a quick damage, but it it's all right. You can't hold it or anything. It just goes right away. It just falls from the sky. I don't know. Those bubbles really do help a lot. But yeah, that's light right there, and we'll keep going. We have 2 more to go, unless we get Land Dragon Slayer, which is not possible, I think. So we have the Great Tree Arc and Ice Make to check out. So we'll get along and keep going. Okay, next we have the Great Tree Arc Magic. It's kind of pretty cool magic. A lot of it is close range abilities, so we'll just take a look right now. So let's look at the magics. So we got the first one, we got Bleave, or Blev, I don't know how to pronounce that. We got Ramasica, we got Tower Burst, Chain Burst, and Terra Clamera. Honestly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, I don't really care. Anyways, let's equip it. So first, let's start off with its first ability. Now, I said most magics are pretty similar, as in they shoot projectiles, but this one doesn't shoot a projectile. It's just like a little burst, basically, of, I don't even know what you call it, like, burst of power. It does a decent amount of damage, but you have to really get close, basically. It's not a good starting magic, because usually if you want to farm wizards, then they will kill you, because you're pretty weak. But if you're pretty decent level and decent damage, you can just, farm these guys pretty easily. But there's better options, of course. But, of course, this is it. It's pretty short range, and it shoots pretty fast. It does more damage than projectiles, of course. It's a pretty big radius, but I don't know. Anyways, next we have Ramasica, which is similar to Fairy Leprechaun in the old game. If you just tap it, just shoot these little pellets. But, just like I said, it's like Fairy Leprechaun from the last game. So if you hold it down, it'll shoot more. So if for some reason if Igneo pops up in this game and it's similar to the old games, the Leprechaun was pretty decent at doing damage. So I'm gonna hit multiple times, and all the bullets would hit him. So it does a decent amount of damage. But this one's a little bit weaker than Leprechaun. I could be wrong, just because I mean, in the old game it was much higher levels, so I could be wrong on that. But it's pretty much just like a Leprechaun, nothing special. Anyways, next we have Tower Burst. It's our close range ability. Like I said, most of these are close range abilities. So we have Tower Burst. It's basically a pillar, but it's spawned on top of you instead. And it's a pretty decent low cooldown, but of course you have to just stand next to them and do damage. Not taking any damage anymore. I don't know. I actually don't know why I'm not taking damage. I don't know why that water slicer. Okay, he's not taking damage anymore. That's a problem. Okay, hold on. I don't. Okay, it's like Tower Burst, a little bit buggy. Let me try again on this guy. Okay, it's not doing damage anymore. Can I hold it down? No. Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing damage anymore. And just the water slicer. I don't know. Water slicer is doing so much lag. Alright, anyways, let us do Chain Burst. Chain Burst is like a stun, so you get to hold it down like this, like any other holding down ability, and it grows big. You don't have to hold it down, but it'd be near you to use the ability. It doesn't actually use it if no one's near you. And it's almost like, what ability? It's like Waterlock, basically, but it stuns them. It doesn't do damage right away, so if you do, for example, binds them up and it does damage later. So like you can, it does hold them for quite a long time, so you can do some decent combos with this. Um, get them in the stun lock basically, and it does hold up for a pretty long time. So I think it's a pretty good ability if you want to use it in multiple magics and stuff. But yeah, so next we have the ultimate ability, which is another close range ability. There's nothing too special, it's just like almost like the tower burst, but it just does a giant explosion and there's like 3 or 4 hits over time. So if they stand in it, so if you use chain burst and then, you know, use this, they'll take a decent amount of damage. It's a pretty big radius, as you can see here. We'll just zoom out fully and we'll just use it right here, off cooldown, and it lasts for a pretty long time. So it takes at least 4 to 3 hits depending on how much health you have. But like I said, you could just do, you know, chain burst, right? And then use your ult, and then they're just taking, it'll take 5 hits because chain burst would do the damage, and then the Terra would actually do 4 or 5 hits, right? But it's a pretty good tool, pretty good ult if you want to farm, because like if they're weak, then you can just stay on them, and then they'll do damage another time, because well, they're gonna walk into it again when they spawn. Anyways, that is great. What is that? Great Tree Arc magic. It's pretty good. I don't really mind it that much. I feel like it could be used in some like PvP combat. And well, it's too bad I gotta respin it now. I would keep it, but I can't. So I'm gonna do one more, and then that's it. Ice Make is the last one. So let us spin for that. All right. Lastly, without having Lightning Dragon Slayer in this video, we have Ice Make, which is I think when before like every other update. I think Ice Make was the first one to come out. Was a Shadow Magic? I honestly don't remember. I think Ice Make was like after the base magics, and the next big update for this game was Ice Make. I could be wrong, but anyways, let's get started here with our fourth magic here. So we have Ice Make Lance, Ice Make Saucer, Ice Make Shield, Ice Make Grappling Hook, and Ice Make Geyser, or Gazer as he pronounces it in the anime. So let us equip it all. Of course, they're pretty similar. They're pretty similar to the old one. So if Ice Make Lance, it shoots these projectiles, and it could hit maybe 4 or 5 times. It does a decent amount of damage, but it's just because there's like multiple projectiles. There's a chance to hit it twice or 2 times, or 3 times sometimes. I've seen it do 3 or 4 max. But it depends on the hitbox, if you're lucky or enough. So you can't hold it down, but it's pretty short cooldown, so you can really farm if you want, just by spamming it, right, like this. But other than that, it's nothing that special. It's pretty cool looking. It's like these, I don't know, gooey projectiles. Anyways, next we have Saucer, which is another pretty cool ability, but it's pretty hard to land. Basically, you shoot like a saw blade, right? And at a certain point, it comes back to you. So basically, you can shoot 2 once it reaches halfway coming back, and you can shoot 2. So basically, you can, you know, if you want, do this, right? Cross them, you know, you can make it like kind of hard to dodge, right? The only sad thing is that wherever you aim, that's where it goes. So it would be better if it just, I don't know. I don't think anyone's be in the air, pretty much, right? Like, sometimes you'd be, you know, be aiming downwards, right? And then some guy coming at you like from running from here, like, oh, and it goes down, right? And I guess you can't see it coming back, but it's not that bad. But the only thing is it doesn't come back to you. So like, it would be pretty cool if like you shot it here, and then you walked over here and it tracked you backwards. Cause like, I don't know, but that's probably doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Why would it come back to you? It's a spinning saw blade. You don't want that coming back at you. Anyways. Next, we have Ice Make Shield, which kind of says it for what it is. It just puts down a shield that blocks projectiles. Now, with my luck, this guy's not going to shoot anything at me, but we'll just keep shielding. You can spam it pretty much, a decent amount of time. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do it this much, but you can really spam Ice Make Shield for some reason. Anyways, I just use up all my energy for that. Let's try to kill this guy. welcome back, Saucer. Where are you? Oh no. I missed. Alright, here we go. Classic. Anyways, next we have grappling hook. Now this one's not gonna work on NPCs since, like I said, in Shadow and Shadow Pole, is that NPCs are they don't get stunned or displaced by moves, but it still does damage. It doesn't have a far range. Okay, I don't know. Okay, interesting. Why I shot downwards, but it goes about that far. It's not that far. It doesn't go really that far, like I said. So if we just shoot from here, you can see the full range. It's pretty hard to hit, I think, like in a battle, and I'm assuming, I don't know, like it's a combo starter, or like maybe someone's running away from you. So like, oh my god, why is that so laggy? So like if you're like running away from somebody, it's pretty weird when you're moving though. So as you saw right there, like I just shot it like from here and I just move it, and it kind of like locks onto them just a little bit. Like it's so weird. Okay, I don't know why it's so bad right now, but it does pull you in. It doesn't pull the enemy in. Actually, I could be lying about that, because like I said, NPCs are a little bit weird with the pulling stuff. But yeah, next we have a pretty, it's a ice make geyser or geyser, it's geyser, but I mean in the last game, geyser was like the second move you unlock, the first move you unlock, right? So like you just plop it down and boom, a giant ice pillar, right? It's pretty hard. Like I said, it's not hard to hit, but like if the guy is moving around, right? It's like, the one cool thing about it is that it does stay there for a pretty long time, and it is supposed to stun people. So like, you see how like they turn into an ice block. So for example, if I hit this guy, it's cooldowns, right? You can see how he's dead. You can see right here, he's gonna die too. 'Cause he's pretty weak. And you get a high level. Nope, it's level 10. Okay, let's see. What's your level? 15? That's not enough, but we'll do it anyways. Okay. What level are you? 18? I don't know, but you'll see it. So once they walk into it, they become like an ice cube. And that's supposed to stun the person. But of course, like I said, NPCs can't be stunned. So this guy's a little bit higher, so we look here. Boom. I missed. Okay, classic. I say it's not hard to hit, and then I miss. There we go. See, like he's supposed to be stunned, but you can see how long it took to melt, which is like about a second and a half. But yeah, that's pretty much all the magics from the most recent updates. I know it took me a while to make this video. Like I said, I cannot get Lightning Dragon Slayer right now, just because I have Fire Dragon Slayer and I don't want to really re-roll that, to be honest. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm sure there's other videos you could watch that will show that, but right now I'm gonna keep that for myself. Other than that, hopefully this helps. I don't know. I might. I don't know. We'll see. But not all the explanations are that great because I don't use these magics that much. But I'll try my best to do more research on some of these magics. But other than that, hopefully, I don't know if that helps or not. That's pretty much it for this video for magics. That's it.